All right, everybody, here we are once again with the news of the squared. We are here once again with Mike and with Jeff, and of course, how is everybody doing today? Hi, guys, what are we doing?
Okay.
We're doing good.
Excellent.
We have some from our crack reporter or our reporter on crack. I'm not sure.
Or our cracked reporter.
A little bit of both.
Yeah, cracked. Yeah.
Ooh.
Scott.
We love Scott.
So we have
Yes,
Scott.
we love you, Scott. Stay safe out there in New York.
Yeah.
And not only stay safe, maybe you should travel to Belgium, because Belgians are being urged to eat French fries twice a week as coronavirus creates massive potato surplus.
Get a one-way, clogging a one-way ticket to Belgium.
Okay, so Belgians are being called upon to eat fries at least twice a week, as more than 750,000 tons of potatoes are at risk of being thrown away.
Oh,
I love potatoes. I'm Irish. I love potatoes.
I love potatoes. I'm Puerto Rican. I still love potatoes.
Wait, here's a name. Romain Kool's, the Secretary General of the Belgian potato industry, Belgapom.
Nice.
Belgapom. I didn't even know they had a secretary of the Belgian potato industry. I'm telling you, this story is. There's a reason I picked this one. There's some good stuff here. Told the CNBC. This is from CNBC. That potato producers face a long-term crisis. Belgium implemented nationwide state lockdown in March 18th and will begin lifting it anytime now here in early May. But apparently, they're talking about having to throw away 750,000 tons of potatoes. I just love the name Romain Kool's. Romain Kool's. He. I think I've seen him.
I think he was dating Joe Exotic. I think it might have been one of his husbands.
Maybe. Did you see where apparently I can't remember who's doing a show. Somebody's actually going to do an actual show of this whole Tiger King thing, and they cast Nick Cage as Joe Exotic.
I think that's a fake news. I think that's just
no, it wasn't.
What?
News. I saw it on TV.
Oh my God, no. You know, Nicholas, you can say no to some projects.
Yeah, you
can. You can't get any work. But they said the issue is largely down to the fall in demand in the frozen potato sector, which accounts for around 75% of Belgium's potato processing, and as inventories have built up, for the freezer capacity being squeezed, and you get the idea. So Belgians are being demanded to eat
massive
French fries
potato
twice a week
surplus
because it's important, because we're being told this by the official secretary of the Belgian potato industry body, Belgapom. And all I'm going to say about Belgapom is it's not that far away from Belgaporm. And these stories are on the News of the Squared, so you can check them out. What else you got, Mike?
Here's a story from themindunleashed.com. Of course, all these stories are on our Facebook page. Man uses quarantine time to creatively build a tiny restaurant for his squirrels in his front yard.
Okay.
Now, James saw a gap in the market and used his free time to get into the restaurant game, he says.
Oh, God.
Okay, why?
The unexpected free time at home during the pandemic lockdown is probably welcomed by many and is being put to good use by tackling spring cleaning and otherwise long overdue home repairs and maintenance. But once all the chores are done, instead of going nuts with the time on your hands, perhaps you can join the squirrel appreciation trend and create a small place for your local squirrel population, like this guy named James Vreeland out of Detroit. James saw a gap in the market and uses free time to get into the restaurant game. While sit-down restaurants are currently shut down, there's no ban on squirrel restaurants. And James promptly planned and built a squirrel-specific outdoor restaurant in his yard. And
what if a chipmunk shows up?
Yeah, then you got a problem. You might need a bouncer, like a squirrel bouncer.
Yeah, what if there's a bunny rabbit?
Okay, I don't know. You'd have to talk to the So you have to talk to this guy James about interspecies mingling in this.
The good news is I know where they can get a surplus of potatoes for the restaurant.
Right. I don't know if squirrels eat potatoes. Probably.
I find out.
Squirrels. Well, they do eat nuts, and they do eat leaves. And I don't know if they do potatoes.
But potatoes are there's not a source of protein. He named his restaurant Maison de Noix, or The Nut House in English. The menu, early ambiance, picnic tables, and natural grass flooring is already a hit with the locals as a prime gathering spot. Now, although primarily a squirrel hangout, the restaurant is open to all local critters, according to James. Blue jays are also regular guests. Blue jays are the assholes of birds.
No,
they're attractive, but they
steal the nest of
jerks.
Other birds.
Yeah, they're jerks.
Are they? No, because geese are the worst. Geese are worse than blue jays.
Well, these geese shit over everything, but
they act like a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, he says he's open to other.
Good.
James thought of everything, including a coat rack with hangers for squirrel jackets and a single menu at the entrance to avoid unnecessary touching. The menu offers known.
When you say there's a squirrel jacket rack, are we saying we're
like the squirrels get naked when they walk in?
Forget that. Are we de-skidding the squirrel?
Well, he added a coat rack in case they want to shed their winter coats when they come in.
Oh.
That's weird.
Yeah, the menu offers known favorites that include a mixed seed trio, stale bread or pizza crust, or raw peanuts on the shell, and counter-softened apple. And there's pictures of his Instagram. It's James Vreeland, Vreeland on Instagram, about how he built this little, like a little fence, and he's got a little menu posted by the door. There's a little podium for the maitre d' or whatever. Little picnic tables, very earthy, out of his untreated wood, just really agrarian kind of setup. But according to James, although they aren't allowed to eat there, humans are also enjoying the restaurant while keeping recommended social distancing. The response from humans has been pretty great, with people stopping all the time to take a photo or watch the frenzy, according to James.
Wow.
Lovely. Lovely. Hey, by the way...
Ivan got some nuts over there?
Yeah.
From the restaurant?
Oh, no, I got no nuts. Only the ones I got are the ones I own. But aside from that, no nuts.
So we talked last week a little bit about shopping. So I found that emphatical proof that we put on our Facebook page.
Yes.
To prove that point. I feel like we keep getting these stories. Like sometimes we keep getting the reoccurring themes of stories. Like for example, I now have something else that can help our friends the squirrels at their restaurant, which is a van playing ice cream truck music is delivering beer across Chicago.
Oh, it's Goose Island. Yeah.
Is it Goose Island? Is that who's doing
Goose
it?
Island, yes.
Yes. So apparently Goose Island, which is phenomenal. Now I wonder if it's just regular. Does it say?
This is on secretchicago.com.
No, I understand. I'm just looking to see. I'm curious if they do root beer too. If they're delivering root beer or if it's just beer.
Or it's just alcoholic beverages.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just alcoholic beverages.
Yeah, according to this, it's 312 wheat ale, IPA, SPF fruit ale. There's a bunch. Okay, see, this is why I stopped drinking beer sometimes. Is right away it gets into all these names. I just want fucking beer.
I think it's just regular. Now,
when did beer become this? When did beer become this thing?
Well, it became that thing because when microbreweries became a thing, that's what popped up on all of these different menu items, and then here it is.
Yeah, but when did it become like you're tasting a wine? Like this, like the names of some of this stuff is stuff like you'd get for wine, like.
Well, yeah, I mean,
312 wheat ale or a natural. Here's one: natural villain garage lager. Well, no, maybe that one's okay, but that one's pretty like fruit ale.
Well, okay.
Well, it's all like the White Claws and all the drinks like that, you know?
Well, okay,
but at least that sounds interesting versus we're going to have we're going to have a nutty fruit ale today.
Hey, serve it at a squirrel restaurant.
Yeah.
They working with people like, Illuminated Brewery and the Revolution Brewery and stuff with all their different ales and their different beers and the different things that they do to, I guess, try to expand the palette of just beer. I mean, because I work in the industry, so I have the opportunity to partake and actually get to sample some of these different types of beer, and it's just another reason for manufacturers just to try different things for different tastes. I mean, yeah, everybody kind of guffawed at the whole White Claw, and now with its incendiary sales and everybody talking about, oh man, White Claw, now they expanded their flavor base and they're just like, they're everywhere now. Everybody's like White Claw. It's kind of like the 2020 Zima renaissance, is what it is.
Uh-oh.
But
I was the Zima guy a little bit in the 90s. I'll admit that one.
Okay.
I might have had a couple back in the day, but
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if you like Zima, you'll dig White Claw. Then with Illuminated Brewery, in fact, Illuminated Brewery went as far as to come up with a brony beer. They did, and I got that.
Mm-hmm.
And and of course,
there's a beer for everything. There's an IPA for everything now.
There's an IPA for
now
everything
there is, and that's a problem.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
Now nothing stands out because it's all so. Yeah, there's so much of it.
Well, there's so much of it. There's so many different varieties and so many different flavors now. So there's so much for so many different palates now. But me, I'm your standard, Heineken or Bud Light or Miller or when I started, I was an old style guy, and all that. I did hams,
My dad had hams in old style. That was
the beer refreshing.
Yeah, well, it was the beer refreshing.
From the land of sky blue waters.
Waters. That was the beer refreshing.
So, so I guess we have a shout out to this Chicago brewery that's delivering beer. So
shout out to
Chicago's Goose Island Beer for right now. This is for all our Chicago residents listening. Their number is 312-569-9871. Contribute to your local economy and get beer delivered to your home. We had a story a couple weeks ago about how a lady wanted Coors Light and Coors Light accommodated her because the sign went viral. She had a sign out her window saying "Bring more beer." So.
Yeah, I've run out of beer. And they got it. Dreams do come true, folks.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Speaking of dreams come true, I'm going to pass this by real fast, which is apparently, and this is on the Squares page, Barack Obama wrote a Batman comic with Jim Lee, and it's on sale at Walmart at the moment. More details of that on the Squares page. I don't want to get much further than that.
I thought he said I remember when he was elected, he had that Spider-Man comic. He
didn't help write it. He was just in it. But yeah.
Oh man, that's cool.
Let's see. Eminem came face to face with a home intruder who slipped past his own security. You don't want to mess with Slim Shady.
No, he was the real Slim Shady that time. He didn't get his.
Yeah, yes, he was.
But his security detail was asleep.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that just.
But the real Slim Shady wanted a midnight snack, and who's this fool?
Triangle.
I'm just looking for potatoes.
I want to see if the squirrels are out tonight.
Waiting for my beer delivery.
So that leads us to a story that was placed here. It's either by Mike or Scott. I'm not sure who.
Scott doesn't have admin powers. We should grant him. We should knight him. Get him some admin powers so he can put these stories up on the Squares.
I think we should. Yeah, I think so.
We'll have to convene. We'll consult the council.
I'm just nervous that next thing I know, there's gonna be a giant picture of a dildo or something on the page.
Oh, come on! I mean,
what
you
do you
know,
mean? Oh,
have
on.
faith
Does
in Scott.
do it?
have faith in Scott. Come on.
Right. Anyway, this comes
I mean,
from this is a story from Scott. I posted it.
Uh-huh.
So, did you want to read it, Jeff, or
you read it, Jeff?
Oh, okay, fine. Okay. So, as I let this get pulled up, reporter caught cheating when half-dressed woman walks by at home in live shot.
because all the reporters are broadcasting from their homes now.
Okay, so now that the world is well over a month into the coronavirus pandemic, most people have spent their weeks not going to their job sites, and everyone seems to be getting used to having to work at home. While earlier there were instances of topless parents walking in on reporters or at home or at home live shots or video conference participants going to the bathroom in front of coworkers. Not to mention the guy who we could see through the mirror on the NFL draft from the Tennessee Titans that we saw. Yeah, taking a shit because we could see the reflection of it, which was great. Now those occurrences are more rare, but they still do happen. But an epic one just happened in Spain. Apparently, an anchor by the name of Alphonse Merlos was hosting a show on YouTube live from his home, and unbeknownst to him, during it, he created a huge scandal. That's because the 41-year-old spoke behind him. A scantily clad woman casually walked by in his bedroom, and was definitely not well known, and definitely his not well known girlfriend, Marta Lopez, who gained fame on the Spanish version of Big Brother. Instead, Eagle Eye watchers figured out that it was 27-year-old journalist Alexis Rivas.
Oh, another reporter. Ooh, a little fraternizing at the workplace.
So, yeah, I'm not getting much else, but apparently that did not go well. So,
okay.
Let's see. Alex Trebek. Here's one of Alex Trebek being a dick. This is from Pop Culture. Apparently, Jeopardy contestant gets roasted by social media after mixing up Janet Jackson for Ariana Grande.
Whoa.
Okay.
Contestant Elwyn Hugh selected the $800 clue in the Billboard Music Awards category, which read, "As the recipient of the 2018 Icon Award, which she took control and took the stage in her first live television performance in nearly a decade." And apparently, they played it. Alex Trebek then played a clip of Janet Jackson performing the 1986 hit "Nasty" at the show. This person, Hoy, buzzed in first and said, "Who is Ariana Grande?"
Oh, God.
Oh, my
incorrect
God.
answer before competitor Sarah Jet Rayburn buzzed with the correct answer, who was the eventual winner. But viewers couldn't help this.
It didn't end there.
Yeah, it didn't really end there, and as usual, you get the point. Can't stop laughing at the response. This man who thought Janet Jackson was Ariana Grande.
Yeah, all the memes and GIF on the social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made herself
to
legendary.
the incorrect responses, comparing, getting them too confused. Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So apparently that happened. That's not funny. Here we go. This is an oldie but a goodie, but we're still going to go here anyway because I think it's kind of fun. This is an old story from 2018, and it just reminds me of the good old days because, back before China cracked down on funeral strippers.
Funeral strippers.
Mm-hmm. I think we talked about this story a while
I think
back,
maybe we did.
We did.
I think
We could just
about
give a quick recap.
Right. So so there was such a thing called funerals.
funeral strippers.
Stripper. Well, they don't call strippers, but yeah, funeral strippers. And the country's Ministry of Culture announced late last month, or at the time, that they will be targeting a slew of rural provinces. They're So like I said, when in doubt, you could have had a funeral stripper, but you didn't know.
What? Okay. What? Okay. Now, jeez, cultures.
It's one of those. It's one of those. It's definitely not for you. It's definitely for them.
Yeah.
Right. Without question. Let's see.
I can read this next one here. This one's from Scott.
Scott.
Well, apparently a man was arrested for mail fraud, but that's not the reason why we're talking about the story.
Okay.
The man's name is Speedy Gonzalez. Now, after spending nearly 2 months on the run, Speedy Gonzalez was nabbed by police in Georgia during a routine traffic stop. Federal authorities have been looking for Gonzalez since March, when he was identified as a suspect in a case of mail fraud.
Oh, my God.
Authorities have accused Speedy, which is his legal name, of stealing checks from a mailbox in January.
Okay.
Officials said that he used the money to purchase $3,000 worth of items from Home Depot, which he later returned for cash.
Oh, okay.
So, Speedy Gonzalez managed to evade capture for more than 6 weeks. According to officials, he was spotted in Tennessee before he was finally arrested in Georgia.
Speedy Gonzalez. That cracks me up.
He was taken into custody and is facing charges of forgery, identity theft, and theft by deception. He also has outstanding warrants on similar counts in Alabama and another county in Georgia.
Wow. Wow.
Now, I was reminded because we all look like the Frito Bandito now because with our face masks out in public.
Yeah, okay.
Voiced by the incomparable Mel Blanc.
Yes.
So Mel Blanc would not approve of someone using Speedy Gonzalez's name for nefarious purposes.
No. Is he even Hispanic, Speedy Gonzalez?
He doesn't look it. He doesn't look it.
Besides, so isn't it? What's his cousin? Slowpoke, whatever. I can't remember the guy's name.
His cousin Slowpoke.
Slowpoke Jimenez.
Okay.
Which everybody accused of. Was everybody accused of saying that he was on dope all the time? That's why.
No, he's just lazy.
Yeah. Well,
that's why you're on dope. Well, anyway.
You get the people, you get the people nowadays. They come with their own ideas about why certain cartoons don't get played anymore. All the stereotypes.
Exactly. Just people getting uptight over shit.
Yeah, over dumb shit. Anyway.
Right. You want to read the next one, Jeff?
Sure. This again from either Mike or Scott.
I found this one, I think.
Woman busted for explicit jail virtual visit.
Okay.
Florida woman is facing a felony charge after a video call with her imprisoned boyfriend turned very raunchy, prompting a criminal probe held by an investigator and identified in court. The records as Detective Assman. According to the probable cause affidavit, Noel Rascal, 32, engaged in late March virtual visits with Tahali Fields, a 26-year-old locked up in San Rosa County, California, in the jail, and the duo's video encounter allegedly became extremely sexual. So during law enforcement's review of Fields' jailhouse calls, investigator came across March 25th video between inmates and Rascree, court filings did not find what prompted the review. But yeah, I guess she's ready to roll.
Yeah, those conjugal visits aren't going to happen anytime soon. So I have to do it on the video chat.
Virtual cognitive, yeah. Mike, you want to grab this one? I think this is the one you were talking about earlier.
Yes. A man is facing trespassing charges after security found him camping on Walt Disney World's Discovery Island. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, deputies said they were called to, Walt Disney World Thursday after Richard McGuire, age 42, was spotted on the Disney-owned property, which is currently closed to the public for obvious reasons. Orange County deputies searched for McGuire on foot, by helicopter, and by boat before finally making contact with him, according to an arrest report. When deputies told McGuire they had been using a loudspeaker to address him, he said he didn't hear them because he was sleeping inside one of the buildings on the island. Which he referred to as tropical paradise, according to the report. According to the arrest report, McGuire told deputies he was not aware that the property was off limits and that he had been camping there since Monday or Tuesday and planned to stay for about a week.
Lost track of time.
Yes. Discovery Island, which was a zoological attraction before Disney's Animal Kingdom Park opened, has been closed since '99. All of Disney's Orlando area theme parks are obviously closed because of the pandemic. McGuire was arrested and charged with trespassing on posted property and was also ordered to not return to any additional Walt Disney World properties, according to the report. So he just wanted to play Castaway and just, sing It's a Small World to himself all day.
Pretty much. I got a story.
You do? Well, let's hear it then, my friend.
Okay.
Okay.
Driving concerts are now a thing in Denmark. Attendees listened on their FM radios. The coronavirus pandemic swiftly put an end to concerts for the foreseeable future. With every level of touring halted until COVID-19 is under control, experts are predicting large-scale gatherings won't be safe until fall 2021 at the earliest. But apparently Denmark can't wait that long. Last week, the city of Aarhus held a drive-in concert where audience
in the
members
middle of the street.
Audience.
Hold on. Someone's getting a phone call right in the middle of his story. We'll give Ivan a little. We'll give Ivan a minute. Jeff, do you want to read the story about from Rolling Stone?
Well,
yeah, we could go there. Well, also apparently Teddy Bridgewater is keeping himself busy. He did a 75-mile bike ride because he had time to kill as he's getting ready for the next NFL season.
Was this in Florida?
I don't know where he was.
This is so down by Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, down by Florida. Yeah, that's a bad idea.
Yeah, down by Boca Raton.
But he's got millions of reasons not to care. Let's see. Where else we got now? Oh, Rolling Stone. Yes, we definitely got to talk about this. So Rolling Stone publicized this Gary Busey to adjudicate animal arguments on new pet judge show.
If anyone can learn how to speak to animals, I think he'd be.
It's 6 episodes, and it'll premiere May 25th on Amazon Prime. I have not watched the preview trailer, but
Pet
the
judge.
idea of Gary Busey as a judge and animals,
with just unkempt hair and he's got a dog behind him.
This just speaks gigantic.
This could be either be glorious or a terrible train wreck.
Or a glorious, terrible train wreck.
Yeah.
Which means it needs to be watched. Go hang out at the Squirrel Restaurant, watch it on the big screen, and see how it goes.
Pet judge. Ivan, did you want to finish your story?
No, it's okay.
Did you catch this, Ivan?
Yeah, I did.
That Gary Busey's going to be the pet judge?
Ridiculous.
Or unless they just do like drive-in theaters, they could do like concerts, like do like the Live Aid or whatever, like segment, best of Live Aid, and then have like a segment like, and have drive-in theaters where people tune in on the radios, and you can watch the screen and they can listen.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But in Denmark, they're too busy with their Lego bricks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well.
But that'd be cool. Though.
Not if the pet judge has anything to say about it.
Not at all.
Don't you dare do that, because the pet judge will be after you. Yeah. So we have one final. Unless you've got anything, Mike, we've got one final story.
No, go ahead.
This comes from Deadline. And this ought to be good because you remember Elon Musk? You remember who Elon Musk is?
Elon Musk?
Yeah, we had this conversation once.
Yes, it was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, we talked about.
A couple of weeks ago, we talked about Elon Musk, and you're like, who?
Okay.
Okay, so Elon Musk has the SpaceX
and Tesla.
Tesla and the ability for people to go out into outer space possibly. One of the people who apparently is going to be doing that, and this seems as though this is pretty much close to a done deal. Tom Cruise is plotting a movie to shoot in space on SpaceX.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
According to Deadline, I'm hearing Tom Cruise and Elon Musk SpaceX are working on a project with NASA that would be the first narrative feature film, an action adventure to be shot in outer space. It's not a Mission Impossible film. No, it's a studio. The studio is in a mix. No studio is in a mix yet at this stage. But look for more news as this person gets it. This is real, apparently. Apparently Tom Cruise in space.
Can we just send Tom Cruise to space instead of just making a movie about it?
I thought he was already.
Send him to space on Oprah's couch.
On Oprah's couch? Okay. All right, yeah, let's just send him into orbit,
No, I think he's already it was already there. Now
he's already been in orbit for a long time.
Yeah, that's for sure. So, we'll see if we'll have to. Well, next week we'll have to see if we can round up a little bit more. But it's been some of the COVID stuff is slowing down on the funnier COVID stories. So who knows what the Florida, but we may get ramped up Florida man stories again. So we'll see.
See what happens.
We'll see where it goes. And Mike, if people want to drop stories like our buddy Scott.
We're on Instagram and Twitter. Check us out on YouTube. Click the bell. Subscribe. You'll get good content. Of course, follow all these crazy stories within the visuals that sometimes accompany them. Remember, to see the Squirrel Restaurant, go to our Facebook page. Thank you to our correspondent, Scott. Stay safe, my friend.
Scott.
Yeah.
And, of course, you can follow Ivan on Twitch. He's got... he does his DJ gigs. That's Javan Ivan, or it's Jivan Ivan, but it's with 2 A's. JAVANIVAN on Twitch. Download the app. You can listen to his great DJ sessions. And, of course, download this podcast onto your favorite podcast platform app thingies that the internet has, like Google, Spotify, Apple, Podbean, Anchor, all those great things. Email us at sotrtpodcast@gmail.com. And may the Schwartz be with you.
The Schwartz be with ya.
All right. Have a good week, everybody. Have a Cinco de Mayo and a Cinco de Mayo.
Have a Cinco tomatoes.
Get some Belgian potatoes.
Potatoes.
And
I love potatoes.
Maybe hang out at your Squirrel Restaurant, or watch. It'll be adjudicated by Gary Busey, so that'll be all good. So
Judge Gary.
Judge Gary. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming down and joining us here at the News of the Squared. And on behalf of Jeff and Mike and myself, we will catch up with you next time. Have a good time, everybody, and stay clean.